Alright, what is up guys, and welcome to another video by All About Ball. Today is going to be different because it's all about Kevin Durant and where Kevin Durant is going to be going, because as we know, the Phoenix Suns said this offseason they are planning to move Kevin Durant. Obviously, it's been 3 years of the KD experiment, has yielded no results. So now we know Kevin Durant is going to be on the move. Obviously, he's got his preferred destinations. He said the Miami Heat, the San Antonio Spurs, or the Houston Rockets is where he wants to end up. Today, I'll discuss where I think he best fits and if the Phoenix Suns are actually going to, give Kevin Durant what he wants. But listen, first of all, if this is your first time ever visiting All About Ball, make sure that you like this video and also that you subscribe to the channel to keep up. My goal is to be consistent, give you guys one video every single day. I said I was going to be consistent and I'm going to stick to it. So keep holding me accountable. I'll keep holding myself accountable. But listen, let's get to it, man. Kevin Durant, as that kid once said. The Slim Reaper, the Durantula, whatever you want to call him. Obviously, we know after this season that the Phoenix Suns had, during the season even, at the trade deadline, the Phoenix Suns wanted to move Kevin Durant. I'm pretty sure he has wanted to move on for a while. Now it feels as though it's the time to make it happen. Now, obviously, the first thing that sort of makes this deal difficult to deal Kevin Durant away is the fact that, one, he's 37 years old. He's going to be 37 years old when the next NBA season starts. And two, he's got one more year left on his contract. So if you're a team looking at Kevin Durant, you're like, yes, we love the idea of having Kevin Durant. But it's like, well, this dude is going to be 37 years old. How many more years does he have at this, really high level of averaging 27 points per game? Is he going to age like a LeBron James and continue that ability? Or is he just going to sort of just hit a sharp decline? You don't know. And then two, if you trade for Kevin Durant, it's like, yeah, we've got one guaranteed year, but what's the assurance that we have that Kevin Durant is going to stay with us and sign a 2 to 3 year deal to extend beyond the next season? That's another fear, especially given Kevin Durant's track record. That's something I feel like teams are scared and they're wary of when trying to make a deal for Kevin Durant. So when I look at it, obviously, let's talk about the three teams that Kevin Durant has on his wish list. One, the Miami Heat. Two, we've got the San Antonio Spurs. And three, we've got the Houston Rockets. Now, when I look at it in terms of the best possible situation for Kevin Durant at this point in his career to win a championship, I'm looking at it as the San Antonio Spurs because I'm looking at that team. You've got De'Aaron Fox, you've got Victor Wembanyama, and then now you've also got Stephon Castle and Devin Vassell. Now, obviously, a lot of people are talking about different trade ideas if Kevin Durant goes to the San Antonio Spurs. People obviously speaking about, the Spurs might need to give up one of those young dudes. But the trade that's been talked about a little bit is the one of Keldon Johnson, Harrison Barnes, Jeremy Sohan, and then that 14th pick that they've got in this year's draft to go get Kevin Durant. And I feel like that's the only trade that I would offer if I'm the San Antonio Spurs. Because if I'm looking at the San Antonio Spurs, look at how well that franchise has been run for so long. I don't think they are dumb enough to go, yep, we'll give you Devin Vassell or Stephon Castle, as well as that 14th pick or the second pick just for Kevin Durant. Like, that's silly. So if I'm the Spurs, if they say anything about Stephon Castle or Devin Vassell, we hang up the phone. If you're willing to accept that first offer of Keldon Johnson, Harrison Barnes, Sochan, and the 14th pick, okay, now we're talking, we're in business, we can make that deal. But any deal that involves either of those two younger guys, Vassell or Castle, I hang up the phone straight away. And then you look at that, the reason I say that's probably the best deal of all the teams that Kevin Durant wants to go to is the Spurs, if they made that deal, are not giving up anyone that's, sort of crazy, that's in their plans for a long time in terms of being a key piece to their future. Because for me, I'm looking at their team. The key piece obviously is Wemby. Then after that, you've got De'Aaron Fox, and then I think that's when you got Vassell and Castle. So if you give up Sohan, I don't think you're really fretting that much. Compared to a team like the Houston Rockets, the reason I think the Rockets won't do the deal is the Rockets can't do a deal for Kevin Durant without giving up dudes that are still young. For example, obviously I know Jalen Green in the NBA playoffs had one good game, and the other 6 games he was pretty, I don't want to say awful, but he wasn't the same Jalen Green that we saw in the regular season. But if you're the Houston Rockets, I'm like, if I'm giving you young Jalen Green, I'm not giving you young Jalen Green for 1 year of Kevin Durant. We don't know if Kevin Durant will actually sign beyond that. So if I'm the Houston Rockets, I go, well, there's no other deal that we can really offer for Kevin Durant that doesn't involve Jalen Green. So if I'm looking at the Houston Rockets and you're going to trade Jalen Green, I feel like you use him and Jabari Smith, potentially Cam Whitmore. If you were to do any sort of deal, you go get a star, but that star that's much younger than Kevin Durant's 37 years old. So a guy like Giannis, if you did a deal for Giannis, then yes, I completely understand using Jalen Green because Giannis is still only 30, but I'm not using those same pieces to go and get Kevin Durant. So that's why, again, it feels as though Kevin Durant, the stars are aligning in terms of the perfect fit being the San Antonio Spurs. And then now when we look at the Miami Heat are the prime example of the same reason why KD didn't want to go to the Warriors, which is if KD goes to the Miami Heat, they're probably going to have to give up what, Tyler Hero and picks, or and even if he does go there, I just don't think the Miami Heat are a good team with Bam and Tyler Hero. And the rest of the pieces outside of KD, Bam, and Tyler Hero are not very good. Because when I look at Kevin Durant, you need Kevin Durant to go to a team that's already got really, really good players. Because Kevin Durant, obviously, I feel like people still view him as a number one on a championship team. But again, at age 37, I don't really see it the same way. I feel like Kevin Durant either needs to be a 1A or a legit 2. So he needs to be side by side next to another star. And that's what I think happens in San Antonio. Wemby, bro, I think Wemby's got to be that dude so he can be a 1A. And then even on the Houston Rockets, potentially, that's where Houston Rockets, if he joins them, I give them a less likely chance of winning a championship compared to KD went to the San Antonio Spurs. So the Miami Heat, they're just way down on that list because, again, I don't really rate Tyler Hero and Bam as two dudes who I'm looking at to say, oh, yeah, they can win a championship if you give them Kevin Durant. Absolutely not. Given that they lost, in the first round and got swept, and in the game 4 they got absolutely spanked? No. So when I look at the teams, I say Spurs, best fit for Kevin Durant. And that's where I hope he goes as well. But obviously we know, if I'm looking at the Phoenix Suns, they really sort of don't have any reason to cater to what Kevin Durant wants, though. Because you think about it, 3 years of Kevin Durant in the playoffs, right? Year 1, they're losing the second round to the team that would go on to win a championship in the Denver Nuggets. Year 2, they get swept in the first round by the Minnesota Timberwolves, and then year 3, they don't even make the play-in. So if I'm the Phoenix Suns, I look at it to say, well, Kevin Durant, we mortgaged everything and gave up Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson to go get you, and the best that you could do was losing in the second round. So I don't think they're looking at Kevin Durant and saying, yeah, we owe you something. We need to put you into somewhere like a team that you like. I think the Phoenix Suns are going to make the deal that's best for the Phoenix Suns, not the deal that's best for Kevin Durant in his last couple of years in his career. So again, that's a fair point to me because if Kevin Durant was like a franchise legend, had won a championship for them even, I would understand, sort of catering to that and go, yep, we'll send you somewhere, where you can win a championship in your last couple of years. But given that he didn't do that, I sort of say, nah, go make the deal that benefits the Phoenix Suns the best, which is what I think that they'll do and that they need to do, given how bad that franchise is looking with that Bradley Beal contract and how many picks they lost out over the last couple of years. So we'll see how that plays out. But in terms of where I think Kevin Durant goes, I think he lands on the San Antonio Spurs. But let me know in the comments where you guys think Kevin Durant's going to go. But listen, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate that. Make sure that you like this video as well before you dip out. And also make sure that you subscribe to All About Ball so that you can check out all the reaction videos as they come out daily. I said it. I'll be consistent, so you'll be getting these videos daily. So shout out to you as well as go follow on social media. Links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.